Well, I'm not sure where to start today. I know I always say it's been an interesting one, but it has genuinely been a interesting, enlightening, somewhat disturbing um, few days of just like digging through stuff and finding things. It's just been, as you know, I've been looking at the family tree and kind of piecing things together. Been talking to some people here and there and looking through documentation from various places online, public access records, and trying to tie things together, which I've done to quite a reasonable degree. Obviously, I've only been doing this a couple of days, really, but I've managed to piece together a good chunk of knowledge that I didn't know, and I can evidence everything in there. So tying things together with official records and documents as well as photographs. I've gone a little bit further and started to uh, put migrational maps in place inside of my research there, so I can see who moved where, what dates, and that sort of thing. And then look at regional records to tie in the family migration, um, electoral rule changes where possible, military records, etc. Um, and I found some really good stuff. I'll probably cover it. I will absolutely cover it a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to make a separate video from the channel going through all of this because I think this will be a really useful thing for my son to have, and it's something that I will definitely enjoy doing. I think it's been honestly a long time since I've dived into something like this. I'm very passionate about my hobbies and that sort of thing, which I think anybody that knows me can clearly see. But it's been a very long time, probably back to the academic research I was doing when I was studying my formative education. Since I've been this invested in something and put this amount of structure in place. That's not to say I won't do this professionally and stuff for my actual professional life. I do. However, this has been a whole different ball game. So yeah, when I say it's been interesting, I mean it's been genuinely fascinating to go on this journey of discovery. I know I sound like a little bit pretentious now, but I don't really know how to eloquently convey this. There's some stuff that I'm not going to go into right now, and it'll be nice to meet up with a couple of the people that I've now established contact with. It's interesting from a perspective of they are technically family, but I don't know them. Although there is one particular person that I'm very interested in meeting, we seem to have a synergy in our approach to, I don't say problem solving, but certainly researching methodologies, um, how we're both doing the same sort of thing from different angles, but with the same perspective, looking through the same lens at what we're trying to find out. And we're doing that by agnosticizing ourselves from elements of it, because I think that's the only way to really do something to have an empirical view of it. You have to have emotional restraint. And this is something that I see in my professional life as well, and something that I've done in my academic pursuits. And it's the only way that you can do that, because otherwise you have unconscious bias. Wow, that went a little bit further than I thought it was going to. But it's been a while since I've had a conversation like this, since I've had a subject matter that has sparked my internal monologue to want to talk to other people about it. And I think that's one of the things that has really been beneficial of me having this outlet, this medium to convey those ideas. I wholly expect I will get mocked, but from a couple of people. I know certainly one person will just jibe at me, and that's cool. That's the relationship. And another another person will absolutely say this doesn't sound right like you. In fact, I've made comments about how I talk with my hand more when I'm thinking about things, but that's just, I think that's a, yeah. It's interesting that somebody that knows me so well picks up on those personality traits, but I think it's a way of separating our different types of competitive norms, I think. So the professional way compared to the nerdy way and compared to the analytical way. And certainly when I have this sort of interest and inflection, I'm really like, even saying like I'm hearing myself doing it now. So when I review this video, that'll be something that I certainly pick up on. I talk much more considered, the wording that I use, which is really weird because I can hear myself doing it now because I'm thinking, as I'm saying this to you guys now, I'm thinking how I will write it down in long form, and I tend to lapse back into a very formal academic way of speaking and writing when I do that, which is interesting because anybody that doesn't know that side of me would argue that I'm incapable of doing that, but it's the other way, and I get jibes from colleagues in academia for writing overly academically when I'm just sending informal bits and pieces of communication. Anyway, I've completely gone off piste here, so yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. Let me know in the comments if you want me to talk some more about this, because I'd be interested to do that, and I'll be updating you on how it goes. All right, have a good weekend. See you later, guys.